Alright, here's another starter motor. So, let's see if we get the same kind of noise or not. I do with a shaft. Oh, shaft's up here still. So you gotta work your way through the seal. There's that noise. So that's inside the starter motor itself. Okay, so that's nothing I can fix. That's the gear mesh inside the starter. Not what I like hearing, but obviously that's how they're made. Okay, so I'm not going to tear this thing all apart now. I might tear this one all apart, but I'm not tearing that one all apart. We'll see how it works. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put it back together again. Let's look at the seals and see how things look right now. It looks like it's all right. You can't even tell which seal in there is doing its job with any of them. Oop. Looking at my elbow. That's all the way in, and there's our noise. Okay, so I went ahead and bend this fork down, so I'm going to have to bend these back together again to engage the pulley so it'll work. So these duckbill pliers work the best. Just reverse what you just did. It's too damn bright to see anything with. Ah! Dumbass. See if I can see the damn thing. There we go. And now we had this one bent. You bend that one back up too. Okay, so after you bend them back, you want to make sure you have no load on anything. So you want to make sure that it's bottom out the top of the pulley right there. See how this goes up and down here a little bit. You got clearance, top and bottom. So you got some float in there. And see everything's working like it's supposed to, see? See how that works? So there you go. Now what's not working correctly is, why is this thing not springing back like it's supposed to be? So obviously something is not correct in here. See, it's not returning. So my guess is there's no spring inside of here. Because we were making this all fit together, we never did probably assemble it all the way. Otherwise it'd be over here like that. That's why there's a spring inside of here. Okay, so I get to pull that back off. And we also get the inner primary finish buttoned up here also. So we'll just keep plugging away at it here. Let's see, the camera out of the way a little bit. Okay, we need to Loctite these bolts in here and put locking tab on them. Instead of using safety wire, I use a lock tab. It works a lot easier. These are easily good. Okay. So we got a nice thick washer on the inside. That stays. Put the lock tab on the outside like this. Now these are the original bolts that take the safety wire. I'm going to reuse those because they're very, very high quality bolts. I'm going to put some blue Loctite on it. I don't like using red on small hardware. Could be a problem, so I'm going to do that. Got quite a bit on there. There's one place I don't mind having a little extra Loctite on. Don't forget to put the washers on there where they belong. Okay, now if you put the washer on the outside of the lock tab, you can't use the lock tab. I'm going to torque these in. Good and tight. That's really tight. Yep. That's tight. Yep, that's tight. Okay, so that's in there. The beauty of the lock tab is, all we do is bend these locks over, the tabs over, whichever ones we want to. That would be that one, and this one here will be this one right here. And after we're doing that stupid safety wire crap. So I'm just going to get in here with this somehow. It's easier said than done to get behind these things. Definitely going to take more than one hand. Take a little chisel, get underneath it, bend the tab up, like that, and the channel locks, which I thought I brought with me. Use the channel locks to put them up. Okay, that one's in. Now I gotta get this one over here. On the back side here. And put channel locks on there and the rest of it. There you go. Now that's all tied up in there like it's supposed to be. So see how that one's all bent over, and this one down here is bent over here. Well, I didn't do a very good job on the bottom. Yeah, couldn't see the mismatch in the hex from where the angle I'm at. No problem. There, it's in there. So that one's bent up now also. Okay, so that's done. These are all done. Now you do these front two ones over here. These front two bolts are the external ones. So just pull these out now. Away a little bit. And we go ahead and lock these up. Loctite these also. There we go. Off camera again. can't watch the camera and do what I'm doing, so. Okay, I'm going to go and torque it. It's tight. And it's tight. Okay, so we got all those bolts in there now. Okay, so these are tight. These two are tight. These four are tight. They're all in there. The starter housing, starter motor's all in there good and tight. This has to come back off. And how much goo do we got? I don't see any goo pushing through, so we should be all right. I can't see goo on the inside, so hopefully it doesn't leak. We'll find out when you put oil in it. Water's close right here. Look how close that is. Geez, that's almost rubbing on that thing. The rotor will self-clearance, believe me, but it'd be nice if it wasn't that close. Yeah, these are really up here. Yeah, these things might actually rub a little bit. They are so close. There, and right up in here. Yeah, that one's all right. That's tight. Yeah. Wonderful chrome. See, that's why you change the oil in it pretty quickly after you put it all together. You have all this crap's going to be going everywhere in here. If there's any kind of rub marks on this stuff, you're going to be... It's going to be letting you know about it, believe me. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. So, too many tools out here at once. Get out of the way. Here's my Allen. Okay, so go in here and pull this off. Ding, ding, ding. Almost sunglasses to work on this bike, so much damn polish and chrome on it. Just think if you took all my fingerprints off of everything. It'd really be bright. I think we're going to work on this some more. I remember. I'm going to be a bit surprised we're going to be back in here again. Okay, top bolt out. Bottom one's out too. There's our spacer. There's our lower bolt. Oh, what a shocker. There's no spring in there. Boom, that was a spring. Look at that. An external spring. Thumb. Okay, so we need a spring about that long. It's got to be floating around here someplace. I wonder where it's at. Someplace, but it's missing. Okay, let me go find it. We'll be back. Okay, we're back. So I found the spring. And I also got to remember I got to put the shift linkage in here before we put the solenoid in. You can't get access to this bolt. So, as I recall, we're going to use this shift rod, but it might change. You never know. For now, I'm going to go ahead and use this. So you have a hex head bolt, and we got a washer, flat washer here that we put in here to keep in case the heim joint breaks. It'll still stay on the. It'll wobble around, but it'll still stay put. And use a hex bolt because you got to be able to tighten this with a wrench. Because when the solenoid's on there, you have no access to the head of it at all. Probably don't even really access to get the wrench in there either. So the shift lever in here is a 5/16 fine thread, so we'll use that. Screw that on in there like that. Still have plenty of flux in there. It's good. Okay, now we got to check our solenoid fit and see if it's going to hit anything. And it looks like it's going to be very, very close, if not hitting. So my guess is we're going to have some interference issues. It'll be tight, so we'll see what it looks like after I put this all together. So we'll be doing another mock-up on it. Okay, I want to make sure you lube this up with a goop pretty good here. I definitely have no access to this later, so we gotta tighten the piss out of that right now. I'm gonna put an acorn nut on the back side of the bolt, where the bolt goes on the back side over here, and that will make it look nice and pretty. I remember now we were talking about bending this lever over, but we'd have had to take it off the train to do that. That didn't happen. Too late now. I'm gonna do a 1/2 inch wrench. Okay, so we're going to take this wrench here, come around from the back side, this one goes on the front side, I'm going to pull this thing down tight. So if you just put the wrenches together like that, you can do it with one hand. So be smart, it works better. Okay, so this is nice and tight heim. Plenty of movement, so we're not binding anything. Alright, so hopefully that's going to be what we need. We have access to get to that, I hope. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of grease on our spring down here. So you can lube it up, like that. Stick it in there. Stick it up in the solenoid here, lubricate it. Come on over here, do the same thing over here. So this stuff will get oil on it eventually, but don't have to wait that long. Okay. Get a little more on the other side of it, stick it in there. Okay, it's all lubed up now. Put it on the bottom there. Okay, so we got an Allen wrench here. Okay, these have no lock washers on them, so I'm going to put a little Loctite on these. A little bit of blue. There we go. So, our fancy chrome cover on here. Just like that. This did not get chromed. Goes right like that. It sticks out like a sore thumb too. We know he's going to buy another one and chrome it. He doesn't know that yet, but I know he's going to do that. So right now we have no access to the lower bolt, because the shifter bolt's in the way. Okay, so I'm going to put a ball driver into this. Damn it. So use our long ball driver. Hopefully that's enough to get in here. Hopefully. That's it. Drop it. Ah! There's so much chrome in here. Depth perception is terrible. Got nothing to register your eyeballs with. Come on, get started in there. I think I'm going. Yep, finally got it started. One advantage of the rubber is I already took a set over it over here, so it's in there. Shift rust away. I think it's rubbing on it slightly. That one's tight. That one's tight. Cover is the problem right now. So there's your bolt. I don't know if you can see in there, but close that hex head is right there. Stupid transmission won't let me. Ah, damn stupid ass tranny. Anyway, it won't let me go all the way up. You have to engage the dog over here to shift it. Oh, what the hell? Damn thing's all jammed up in here now. This stupid ass tranny. I can't work the camera. Drop the camera, maybe. Try and fold this so I can see. Okay, see how the hex head's right up against the cover right there? It's really, really close. Oop, get down where I'm at. See how it's really, really close. So if I rotate the bolt to where the flat's up instead of the hex, that'll give me just a little bit more clearance, and that should be enough to make it work without hitting. So that's how close we're going to be on this thing. So I have to move this. I got to turn the bolt head more, which means I got to torque it down some more. At least attempt to torque it some more. And the first thing I do is get the shifter down here where we can get to it. Okay, so not sure how we're going to do this one. First thing I do is loosen up the jam nut, which is your acorn nut. See if I can lose the wrench. We have a severe lack of clearance under here. Ah, that hurts the fingers. Ooh, rubbing them across the fin at full pressure. Okay. All set gear. Okay, so how are we going to torque this bolt more without overcoming pressure? Have to jam it. That's what they make wood handles for. Okay. I'm holding it with the hammer, tightening the wrench up, with the bolt up, excuse me. Okay, that's probably enough. Okay, didn't help my hammer any, but it did the job. Okay, now I got to hold this down. I'm going to tighten this back up. Ah, that's tight. Okay. Got loads more clearance now. Ah, damn thing. Stupid keyway's cutting my finger over here. This keyway is razor sharp. When the gear doesn't want to move, it gets you. Damn. That thing is sharp. Okay, I can pre-do that without dropping it. There we go. Okay, we went in gear. Okay, now we're going to do the same look at test here. Okay, so now, see we got the clearance now on the bolt head. See, we got a lot of clearance on that bolt head now, because see now it goes all the way in without hitting anything, see? A lot more clearance. It's all about where the bolt head is right here. So, just the rotation of that hex is what determines our clearance. That's how tight it is in there. Now this might jiggle around differently after it sets up. Hopefully after the rubber settles in here, it'll come back this way. It'll torque in like this, and it'll give us more clearance. We're really tight. But it's in there. It works, it clears. So what more do you want? Okay. Now everything it's coming back like it's supposed to now. See, it's got the overrun spring in there. See, everything's working just like it's supposed to. All right, so that is what we got for today on this one. So we got this all finished up here. Let's see, so what's left? We got to put the primer in it tomorrow and get all the oil line stuff hooked up and all that stuff. So, but for tonight, we're pretty much done. I think we're going to go with this bracket here. I think was the last plan. I don't know. And obviously got to order for chrome one if we're going to stay with this. We're not running this nasty one in here. This is the old original one. We're making up some kind of an oil filter bracket under here, so I'm not sure how that's coming along either. But we have to get all this figured out before we can put the kickstand on here and the shifter mechanism. So that'll be something to figure out. All right, that's it for tonight.